Hey, what's up? Yeah, welcome to my channel. I got bad news for LeBron James. Charles Barkley and Dwayne Wade decided to give their opinion on who's the GOAT. Check it out.
Let me ask you a question. Tell Blue when you were traded to the Phoenix Suns, the discussion you had with the players about being the best player in the world.
Yeah, so we played the Bulls. We played the Bulls and we beat them like 8 times in a row. Then Scotty and those guys got better. And, Bird had McHale and Parrish and Dennis Johnson. Magic had Kareem, Worthy, Byron Scott, and all those guys. But I said, man, I think I'm the best player in the world. I said, all these other guys got some help. And the Sixers was screwing up my career because we had the number one pick in the draft and traded it like dummies, like dumb. And I was like, guys, so I get traded to Phoenix. So the owner calls me, he says, I said, well, this is what's going to happen. I'm the best player in the world. We're going to the finals. We're going to play the Chicago Bulls, and I'm going to prove I'm the best player in the world. So we get off to a mediocre start, and I know Michael. Michael know that I'm coming for him, that we're going to play them in the finals. And Michael loves to send messages. So we play the Bulls. He just stomp us. I go crazy after the game. I said, guys, that guy sent me a message tonight. He wants me to know he better than me and they're better than us. I said, I told you guys I'm the best player in the world. We're going to the finals, but y'all got to rise up with me. And I was going ballistic after the game. Then we go on like a 14-game winning streak. And we finally got together as guys. We're going to rise up. He's not coming down. I said, that's one guy. Because I'll tell you another story, Blue. So I go to the Olympic trials in '84. They invited like the top 120 players in the country. Probably 50, 60 Hall of Famers on that list. And the rest are household names. And we start cutting down on players. And I make it to the final cut. Me, John Stockton, Karl Malone, and Terry Porter, the four guys riding home together. My coach calls me like 3 days later. He says, Charles, John Thompson want to tell you something. Come to the office. He calls. He says, Sonny, I just want to tell you, Charles was the second best player at the Olympic trials. He should have made the team. Bobby Knight did not like him. He never gave us a reason. He just didn't like Charles. He said, but I just wanted Charles to know, Charles, you were amazing. You were the second best player there, and you should have made the team, but Bobby wasn't going to let you. So he hangs up the phone. He says, I'm surprised. I said, why are you surprised? He says, I thought you were the best player in the country. I said, well, I'm not. I said, well, I'm not. I said, coach, there's this dude. He's jet black. He's a little taller than me. He can outrun everybody. He can outjump everybody. And he's talking the whole time. He said, what's his name? I said, Michael Jordan. I was a coach. I ain't never seen anything like it. Because Michael's a little taller than me. I can say, he's mentally tough, man. And he could outrun everybody and outjump everybody. I said, I'm coach. I was a coach. I ain't never seen anything like it. And this is before he became Michael Jordan. This is in college. I said, coach, he gonna be amazing. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna become the GOAT, but I knew. I said, coach, I'm not the best. There's this crazy dude from North Carolina who he's kicking your he's kicking your and telling you he's kicking. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it was like, and like I say, it's probably 50, 60 guys on that 120 that's in the Hall of Fame, and the rest of them are like household names. They were all, I guarantee you, probably 100 of the guys were first round draft picks.
Blue doesn't believe that Jordan is the GOAT.
So it's interesting you say that because we had a moment on TV the other night, Blue. LeBron is getting ready to pass Michael in the most 30-point games. And Ernest says LeBron passes somebody, he's only 40 games behind Michael Jordan for the most 30-point games. And I says, can you repeat that? I says, wait, he already passed Kareem. And I says, he's what? He's 35 games behind Michael for the most 30-point game. And he's played like 7 or 8 years longer. I says, I ain't never gonna shade LeBron. I love LeBron. He's a good dude. He's a great, great player. But to not have passed Michael in 30-point games, and he's played, I think he's on year 20, right? And I think I said that's an incredible stat that he's still behind Michael and he's played 7 years longer. It's Blue. You got to admit that's an interesting factoid.
All right, now so that was Charles Barkley, and he was speaking about the GOAT conversation between LeBron James and MJ. And I just think it's funny because LeBron James is one of few people who's actually claiming that he's the GOAT of this generation. If you actually ask all these legends, they all say it's MJ, that he's the GOAT of this generation. So let's check out the next clip.
Go Michael Jordan. Okay, listen, and this is LeBron is one of my good friends. I have so much respect for what he's doing now, what he's done, and what he would eventually do, because he's not done yet. So it's definitely, I'm gonna say this, it would definitely be an argument that would need to be had. If LeBron James end up the #1 scorer of all time, top 5 in assists and top 5 in rebounds, and have 4 to 5, 6 championships, you cannot do nothing but have the conversation of who's the greatest of all time.
The conversation's already happening.
Well, the conversation has been happening, but it's not good. LeBron's still playing. It's hard to have that conversation about the greatest of all time when a man is still putting on his jersey, right? So, but when he's done, his lineup, his statistical lineup is going to be the greatest that's ever played the game when it comes to scoring, assists, rebounds, so forth and so on. I come from a Jordan era. I am biased, and I'm going to be a bias to the day I pass away. Michael Jordan will be my GOAT.
I always loved you. I love you even more.
Oh, no, he would be my GOAT. But that doesn't mean I'm not taking anything away from LeBron. LeBron is amazing, but Michael Jordan is my GOAT. I play basketball because of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but bro, y'all know how it is in the locker room. It's different. Like, y'all won championships together. And to me, this is the #1. I see you on TNT. And I see you tweeting Instagram. Anytime a conversation come up, you're like, he's my GOAT, MJ.
He's my GOAT.
But you got MJ, that's your teammate, that's your man. Y'all on a banana boat together. You know what I'm saying? So does that ever get awkward?
You got to be super cool to get on a banana boat with other grown men. You got to be really, close. You got to be really close.
That doesn't get awkward where it's like, you are publicly saying this is my GOAT, and everybody else in the world is talking about who's the GOAT.
Not for me. I think my thing is like, this is a real conversation, right? You are, all of us have our own individual opinions. This has nothing to do with, like I said, once LeBron James is done playing this game of basketball, I'm definitely going to tell my grandkids, kids, that I played with one of the greatest to play the game of basketball. He will be the GOAT for a lot of generations. I started playing the game because of Michael Jordan. He will be my GOAT until the day I pass away. It doesn't take anything away from LeBron. This is just like LeBron. We started playing, we envisioned playing like Michael Jordan. So for me, from Chicago, where I grew up, I made it out the hood because I seen a dude, number 23, play the game of basketball at a level that I was like, I just want to do some of that.
What's up, y'all? And welcome back to my channel. I appreciate y'all so much. And the clip of the show, y'all, that was Charles Barkley and Dwyane Wade, LeBron James' former teammate. And both of them, they said that MJ is the greatest of all time and not LeBron James. And while Charles Barkley, while he said it with his chest poked out, Dwyane Wade, he was a little bit more hesitant. But I think that Dwyane Wade, he should be more honest with LeBron James, because of course behind the scenes he's been telling LeBron James that he thinks he's the greatest of all time, but just be honest with LeBron James, because I think that he understands that if you're just honest, he's going to understand that that's just your opinions, which you are entitled to have. And this question, who's the best, LeBron James or MJ? That is actually a question that gets asked all the time. And with both players being so great, it can be tough to pick one. And that is why I have to showcase Charles Barkley and Dwyane Wade's answers to this, because I think that they were able to dissect why MJ is better in a very easy and understandable way. And Charles Barkley and Dwyane Wade, these guys have played with some of the best in history, and both of them have said that MJ is the GOAT. So, what makes MJ stand out? I think we all can say that what makes MJ the GOAT is his perfect record in the finals, and also his dominance in the 90s, and also MJ's mentality, because we know that, for example, LeBron James, when it's a crucial game in the playoffs, he has a tendency to choke and not play good. And I think that it's so easy to just admit that MJ is a lot better than LeBron James will ever be. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.